And that's why you're a power mum. Welcome to the Pwrmums podcast.
And my role in Tinted Wateva is to just keep the ladies together.
Yeah.
No bickering, no
You're the
bitching.
glue.
Yeah.
You're the glue and the security.
Exactly, yeah. That's a Tinted Wateva. But Dance Embassy, I'm pretty much, you can say I'm a one-woman show.
Yeah.
Still.
One-woman band.
Yeah, it's so hard to like just let go when you, it's been your baby for 10 years now,
It's your
right?
original baby. It's your OG baby.
Yeah, exactly. OG, I like that, yeah. And even when people are so interested in coming on board as a partner, I throw them into deep waters first to test them if they're able to survive it. Not many can, so I'm like, no, there's still time for me to find someone who can run it along with me. But yeah, till now it's a one-woman show.
One-woman show, but you have other instructors. You don't do all the teaching yourself.
I have a fantastic team of instructors.
Yeah. And who are your typical clients for dancing?
Mostly women, actually, and like I said, the men, I don't know, they just seem like dancing is only for women and they don't want to join. But when they eventually come for one of our classes and they're like, what did I just sign up for? What class is this? It's really high impact and high cardio, and they did not expect it. They thought it was like just la 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 here and there. So we have a good mix of men and women in our classes, but mostly women. Yeah,
and it's Bollywood dancing, but not strictly Bollywood dancing.
Yeah, it's not strictly Bollywood dancing. We have Afro dance.
I saw that on your website.
Yeah, it's going really well.
Yeah.
And we have Zumba as well. We have Bollywood. We have meditational classes as well. Yeah, so it's a range of classes.
Yeah, that's a really good mix. And you're at Core Collective at Anson Road.
Yes. Yeah, that's where our studio classes are at. Yeah.
And do you teach anywhere else or?
So I teach for private groups as well. So if you're living in a neighborhood or a condominium and you have a group of people who want to work out, so I go there and conduct classes. Yeah.
So say for example, someone, we'll call her Pat, not Kat, was going for an Indian wedding, and we were doing. Is it the Sangeet?
Sangeet.
When you do all the dancing the night before. So if there was a group of people that said, right, we're doing this dance for a Sangeet. Can you teach us? Can you teach people?
I've done a lot of Sangeets. Yeah. I've also done destination weddings where they flew us down to teach their guests, and it's a really great way for the bride's family and friends to bond with the groom's family and friends. Like Sangeet is the glue.
That Sangeet I went to was one of the best nights of my life.
It is.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody is so happy.
Everybody looks forward to Sangeets.
Yeah. That's like, and is that the Saturday night? If the main wedding is on a Sunday, is the Sangeet the day before?
Yeah.
Awesome. And then if people wanted to engage you to do their wedding dance,
you
can also teach a man and a wife a wedding dance too.
Yeah, we've done a lot of that.
Yeah. Awesome. See, that's where my husband, you're saying it's mostly women, but if me and my husband came, he'd be the one with all the moves.
Yeah.
I'd be the one in the background, like two-stepping, and he'd be down with all the moves.
You are so lucky. Not all men are forward with their dance moves.
Oh no, he's very forward. If he's watching, he's very forward.
That's good.
Yeah. And so going back to kind of running all your businesses, especially working with a minority and women, what's the main challenges? Are we our own challenges? Are women their own?
Most of the time, I wouldn't generalize it, but most of the women, from what I've observed, they overthink. Yeah. It's not as hard as they think it is, but if they really put their mind and heart to it, they can do things.
And how have you gotten over? Because I'm sure you mentioned imposter syndrome earlier. I'm sure you've had imposter syndrome before.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How have you gotten over it?
By being thick-skinned. So I was lucky enough to be mentored by a really strong-willed woman early in my career, and I learned a lot from her. Her name is Nidhi, and she was the one who taught me how to speak out. Because if you're not going to speak out, no one is going to be able to hear what you say. And I'm always the one who's doing the background work and not talking much. I'm like, I'm fine in my little cozy corner doing things. But when I realized that when I was speaking out and just being present as much as I can, my business took off.
Really?
Yeah, so it's just about building that confidence of being able to speak out.
Yeah, and it's amazing that you want to share that with others and give others, empower other women with those skills, because it's all very well figuring it out for yourself, right?
Yes,
but
exactly.
like you've now got a platform to give back, like to actually make a difference, and I think that's really special.
Yes.
I think until people become a pioneer, you're never going to get minorities in high places until a minority gets themselves in a high place and helps other
look
people.
at how big the Black movement has become. Because someone is speaking out, and then more people are speaking out. So it's just like a snowball effect.
Yeah, absolutely, and it has to happen. So of course you've had your challenges, but you've also had some successes.
Of course.
Yeah. What's been one of the main successes? Maybe from Tinted Wateva?
Yeah. So I would love to share Shifa's success stories. When I first got to know this young lady, she came from my class about 7-8 years ago, and we connected at a level where she was just still studying, and I asked her about what she would plan to do in her life and all that, and she wasn't sure at that point in time, and she was studying about social media. And at that time, when you ask someone about social media, they don't know, what are you talking about? And I was very intrigued about what she was studying, and I said, why don't you come on board to help me plan an event for Dance Embassy? And she did such a fabulous job, and I told her, you have to do this as your business, like this is your purpose in life. And she's like, really? So she had that self-limiting belief of herself, and she's so shy. Like if you speak to her, you'd be like asking her to repeat many times, because it's like you can't really hear her. She's so shy like that. So she shared, so she went for some networking meeting with ladies, and she felt like no one gave her a listening ear or made her feel welcome in that network, and she felt really abandoned, and she lost hope in even running a business because of that. So when she was working with me on Tinted Wateva content, and she knew that I'm a person who speaks what I put out there, and she was like, can I come on board and do more for this? I said, yeah, sure. And that's when I kind of pushed her and encouraged her to connect with the ladies on a more personal level, so that also builds up on her confidence. And all the ladies learned so much from her because she has such good knowledge on social media. And now during our network meetings, she's the one talking, and I'm like, who is this woman?
Yeah, and she's become a woman. You called her a girl at first, and now she's a woman.
Yeah, so I'm so proud of how she has blossomed through these years.
Amazing. And so is Tinted Wateva, that's what she does full time now? Or she manages
she has her own company.
business? Okay.
Yeah, she's a boss babe.
She's a boss babe.
Yeah.
Love it. That's awesome. And how about with COVID and things like that has it affected?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
COVID.
Start the list.
Yeah.
We mentioned before we started filming.
I know.
We had our COVID rant.
Yeah, but actually on the contrary, when COVID first happened, I had to quickly think of ways of how I can continue my classes, and that's when we shifted to virtual classes, and we got picked up by Straits Times, and they actually helped us to publish about us doing classes online.
Amazing.
And we were like, yay, we are on national newspaper.
Well, that's huge, right?
And then you would think I'm going to get more business through this, and then it starts plateauing. I'm like, what happened? I thought we got featured on national newspaper, it should do us good, but no, we didn't really do well. And someone told me, why did you just accept defeat? Like, it's going down the drain, just close shop already.
Is that what somebody within your circle said to you?
Let's not even go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like so heartbroken. I cried, I broke down, and then I picked myself up, and I was like looking through my business and what could have possibly gone wrong for that person to say that, because I know that person meant well, and that person has a vast business knowledge, so that person wouldn't have said it. You see, can you imagine I'm saying that person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That person.
Yeah. So I was trying to dissect everything about my business and see what went wrong, and then I realized that actually there's nothing wrong. It's just a phase that business owners like me are going through, and we just had to find ways to pivot our business to survive.
Yeah.
I would say that this 10 years I grew a strong network of clients and students, and took them some time to reach out to me and say, okay, let's do virtual classes now. Let's do virtual corporate classes now.
Yeah.
And then our revenue started rolling in again, and we also took that money to pump into digitalizing our business more, because we knew that was the way forward.
Moving forward.
Exactly. Yeah. So we learned a lot from COVID, and now we are stronger than before, I would say.
Is that what makes your business special then? That you adapted so quickly to survive?
We adapted quickly, yeah. And also with the support of a lot of people. I think the human connection that I got from my clients and from my students and even my instructors, that just helped us to survive.
Yeah.
This damn COVID.
It's amazing. Yeah. And you know, like how you mentioned, it took a while for you, like your clients to get in touch and things. I guess because it was brand new for everybody.
For everybody.
So it's not like you know how sorry to generalize, older people sometimes are like, oh, I don't understand how this technology works.
Yeah.
Well, for Zoom, I'd never even heard of Zoom. So it took me a while before COVID.
Yeah.
Zoom wasn't a part of my life.
Exactly.
So it took a while for me to get on board with online exercise classes and things like that. So I think people, as the consumers adapted quite quickly.
Yeah.
And I think the businesses that did well are the ones that were kind of at the forefront of it and getting there first.
Yeah.
And what do people most like about the business?
They just love the community spirit of the business, and how even a new person comes to our classes, they feel so welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they love about it.
It's amazing. And Pwrmums is all about building a community.
Exactly.
Of mums, but women who want to share their story and empower other mums and other women.
Yeah,
and
so much needed.
So much needed.
Yeah.
And that's what you're all about. So you're a power mum.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been great to chat.
Thank you for having me. It was lovely.
Yeah, last question.
Yeah.
What's next?
What's next? Lots of plans for Dance Embassy.
Yeah.
We are going global now.
Say it a bit louder.
Global. Yeah, so it's really exciting. We have someone in Vietnam who wants to franchise Dance Embassy, in Canada, in Mumbai. So
3 countries.
It's exciting. Like, I don't know what to say. I'm overwhelmed.
She's never gonna sleep again.
Yeah, I'm overwhelmed by the love for
it. Oh, that's so exciting.
I know, it is.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, all the very best for
Thank
it. We
you.
look forward to hearing when you take over the world.
Yeah.